afternoon and happy Tuesday, folks, for this single-game Hub City Classic between the Union University Bulldogs and the Lane College Dragons here right in Jackson, Tennessee on the campus of Union University. There's not a cloud in the sky, but there is a cool breeze to kick us off here for the second game between these two teams this season right here at the Fez. The Bulldogs coming off a very exciting weekend. They were able to win that series against West Alabama. It was highlighted by close games and small ball baseball. They cruised in the final game against the series as they improve above 500 at 6-5 on the season. Sophomore transfer Noah Toney found his swagger in the rub match against the Tigers. He went 4 2/3 innings of shutout baseball while recording 4 strikeouts. Lane Evans, Ethan Orwig, and Jamal Allen all combined for 4 1/3 innings of one-run baseball, slamming the door on the Tiger offense. Union's defense played error-free, recording big plays in that third game of the series in the finale with multiple bases-loaded situations and a runner on eliminations. Union out-hit West Alabama 12-7, allowing them to put up 6 runs on the Tiger pitching staff. Mitch Sisk, Alec Hardy, and Dylan Barrett all had multi-hit games. 8 out of 9 Union starters recorded a hit in the series finale. The top 5 hitters in Union's lineup combined for 8 hits, 5 runs, and 6 runs batted in. We saw Will Allen Smith, Alec Hardy, and Mitch Sisk all get an extra base hit in an offensive time. Now, last time we saw the Dragons here at the Fez a couple weeks ago, the Bulldogs got their first win of the season right here in a 7-4 victory. Brody Mann was on the mound in that game. There were 6 other pitchers in that one as well. Ethan Orwig, who moved to 1-0 in the game, got the win, picked up the victory, got out of a tough jam with a strikeout in the top of the 7th inning, but it was in the bottom of the 7th inning. Union took the lead off of a Mitch Sisk single that proved to be that winning run in the 6-4 decisive victory. Lane Evans came in, locked down the Dragons over 2 scoreless frames to end the game, and as a team, the Bulldogs collected 9 hits and scored 7 runs. Of those 9 hits, 4 were doubles by Carson Chavis, Alec Hardy, Blake Barrett, and Elijah Ramsey, only one of them being in the lineup today. Alec Hardy had a solid evening at the plate, collecting 2 hits in that game, 2 runs batted in, also had a stolen base, and was one of our players of the game. But today on the mound here for the Bulldogs, we have the freshman right-hander Cole Smith getting his first collegiate start of his young career. He's been perfect through 3 2/3 innings so far this season out of the bullpen. It'll be exciting to see him have a chance to kick things off here against the Dragons, and has struck out 3 batters so far, giving up only 2 hits on the year. His opponent across from him in the other dugout is a familiar face of the Bulldog lineup. He gave up 3 runs on 4 hits here at the Fez on February 6th. That was Thomas Touchette on the mound for the Dragons, and he'll be entering this matinee special with a 5.63 ERA. As we go down to the field, Cole Smith with his first pitch of the game outside for a ball. Here's the starting lineup for Lane College. Batting first is the shortstop, Polito Perez. Batting second, the left fielder, Cody Kirkland. Batting third, the right fielder, Eli Garcia. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, Dakota Danner. Batting fifth, the catcher, Seth Shannon. Batting sixth, the third baseman, Matt Kucera. Batting ninth, the designated hitter, Daniel Terrazas. Batting eighth, the center fielder, Zach Baker. And in the 9-hole, cleaning it up today, is the second baseman, Desmond Adam, back where we saw him here on February 6th. Here's the defensive starters for the Bulldogs. We got Billy Beckham out in left field, Matthew Autry in center, Carson Chavis out of the game today for Elijah Ramsey. The Bulldogs electing to use a couple of younger guys, get them more reps against a team that they've been able to dominantly conquer so far this season. At third base, we do see Mitch Sisk. Shortstop, Dylan Barrett. At second base, playing for Alec Hardy today is Huff Stedler. We saw Alec Hardy and Will Allen Smith trade off so far this weekend. For that position, Grant Ross over at first base. Noah Toney, who we saw on the mound earlier this week, will be in the DH role. We'll get to see him at the plate for the first time at home this season. Caden Cottrell behind the plate with Cole Smith on the mound as he walks Polito Perez to get things started here in the top of the first inning. As the infield's playing in, that's Mitch Sisk over there at third, and a foul ball over the third base dugout by Cody Kirkland, the left fielder. So Cole Smith on the mound for the Bulldogs. He's played in 2 games so far this season. He's only pitched in 1 game. That was on February 9th against Washburn University. He threw 3 2/3 innings, giving up 2 hits, 3 walks. He struck out 3 batters and entered this game with no ERA. Out of Clarksville, Tennessee, one of the 9 freshman additions to this Bulldog roster so far this season. Played all 4 years of baseball in high school, was an all-regional member. He gets his first opportunity in a collegiate start. Cody Kirkland, the junior, at bat so far. This season he's hit .308, played in 9 games. This is his 8th start of the season, has 26 at-bats, 6 runs scored on 8 hits, 1 RBI. But he's had a really good eye at the plate. That's why they've used him up. He's had 8 walks so far on the season, only striking out twice, and has been a force of speed as well with 4 stolen bases. Not a guy that you want to have on, and Smith takes him from the stretch with 1 ball, 2 strikes. Leading off over there at first is Perez, and Smith is going to elect to go home with it. It's going to be hit right down the third base line. Mitch Sisk has it. He's going to elect to go to first base, and they're going to say he is out over there at first. A 5-3 ground out there by Kirkland, and a good play by Mitch Sisk. That's going to go down as a fielder's choice. Well, actually, a move him over ground out there as Polito Perez makes his way into scoring position at second base. The first threat here for the Dragons early in this game, bringing up the right-hander Eli Garcia. And off-speed is going to be hit down the third base line, foul right between Mitch Sisk and the third base coach. And a quiet one here at the ballpark today. Nice cool breeze heading out towards right field. Ramsey playing relatively shallow out there in right with all things considered. Here's a delivery from Smith just outside Caden Cottrell, the play caller behind home plate today. We've seen the Bulldogs use multiple catchers throughout the season. Mostly Canyon Pace has been the predominantly main starter. Ben Smith getting some reps in this weekend in that 3-game series against West Alabama. And Caden Cottrell will catch that one for strike 2. So a couple guys getting some more playing time today. We'll see Billy Beckham out in left field. That's been Elijah Ramsey for the majority of the season. He's out in right today. The sun and the shadows taking over the infield. That's going to be right in there for Garcia. Almost gets a piece of his leg. So he'll step out, take a couple swings. Huff Stedler at second base today. We saw Will Allen Smith get all 3 starts in the defensive position this weekend. Alec Hardy, who's played a lot of second base so far for the Bulldogs this season, was in the DH role for many of those games. It's going to be popped up on the right side in the infield. Grant Ross, the first baseman, in foul territory, is underneath it, and he hauls it in for the second out of the inning.
Now batting number 11, Dakota Danner.
That brings up the senior infielder out of Clarksville, Tennessee, Dakota Danner, playing in his second season for the Lane College Dragons. Last year he hit .314 in the 27 games that he played, and he's just above it this season with a .320 average. Here's the pitch from Smith, low and away in the dirt. Cottrell having to get down on his hands and knees to haul that one in. Make sure that one doesn't slide into the backstop. Polito Perez still a threat out there at second base. Danner's already got 5 RBIs on the season. Slugging percentage is a little bit lower than last year. And once again, it's going to be low in the dirt here against Danner. Last time we saw Danner, he went 0 for 4 here at Fesmeyer Field. Scored a run on the time that he was walked. He's going to see the first 3 pitches to him outside of the strike zone. So a big gap there on the left side of the field. It's interesting to note that Huff Stedler, the second base, is not the man holding the runner. And it's not going to matter as a 4-pitch walk is issued here by Cole Smith to Danner to set up a force at any base in the infield.
Number 31, Seth Shannon.
Dylan Barrett is currently who is covering Polito Perez out there at second base, leaving a big wide open gap between shortstop and third base. Interesting move there, especially against a typical pull hitter. It makes sense now that he is facing a lefty. And Seth Shannon, the catcher. So from the stretch, 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Shannon. In there for a strike. Smith will step off, take a moment. Perez at second, Danner at first, both on base due to a walk. From the stretch, here is the freshman righty. It's going to be fouled off the ground. A big swing there. Elijah Ramsey out in right field, shifting more towards the pole after that. But we see Matthew Autry playing on the left side of center field. He's taking a few steps to his right. An interesting play, especially when facing a pull hitter with a huge gap out there in right center field. Ramsey playing closer to the foul line, and that's going to ring him up. That'll do it here. Strike 3 against Shannon, and the Bulldogs escape. No runs, no hits, no errors. To the bottom of the first inning we go, 0-0. Don't go anywhere here in Jackson, Tennessee.
Are you looking for a Christian college or are starting the college search process? I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
As we get things started here in the bottom of the first inning, Matthew Autry will be leading off for the Bulldogs. He's against Thomas Touchette. On February 6th against Union University, Touchette threw 4 innings. He gave up 4 hits, 3 runs. Only one of those was an earned run. A big part of that was all of the walks that were issued in that game. Now, he did strike out 7 Bulldogs, but it was 3 doubles that really plagued him on February 6th. Matthew Autry, the batter. Here's the pitch against him. Popped up back towards the press booth. And here's the starting lineup for the Bulldogs. Of course, Matthew Autry leading things off. He's the center fielder in this game. Batting second, the right fielder, Elijah Ramsey. Batting third, the third baseman, Mitch Sisk. Batting cleanup, the DH, Noah Toney. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Grant Ross. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Billy Beckham. Batting seventh will be the catcher, Caden Cottrell. Batting eighth and playing second is Joseph Huffstedler. And batting ninth at shortstop is Dylan Barrett. Barrett's had a hot bat recently. It's good to see him down in that 9 hole, able to get some possible runners on for the top of the lineup, which has been so hot. Will Allen Smith led off most of the games earlier this weekend, and that's going to be right over the glove there of Touchette out towards center field, and Matthew Autry is going to be on with a hit here early in the game, and the Bulldogs are aboard quick. So Autry gets on quick, and it's going to bring up the lefty Elijah Ramsey. Here's the defensive starters for the Lane College Dragons. Out in left field is Kirkland, center field is Baker, out in right is Garcia, third base Cusera, in shortstop is Perez, at second base Adam. Danner is at first, behind the plate is Shannon, their DH is Terrazas, and on the mound Touchette. As Ramsey shows bunt, he pulls back at the last second, and Matthew Autry will make his way to second base. Running back towards third is Cusera. Was not prepared for that at all. He was entirely defending a bunt possibility, and Ramsey pulled back. It went out of the zone, a wild pitch, and there's no need to bunt now as Autry is now at second base. The shortstop Perez playing right behind the bag, nowhere near his position. We'll see if they have a pickoff attempt here against Autry as the first baseman Danner is charging in. They're going to catch him in a pickle. Autry's going to be stuck between third and shortstop. He's going to slide back in, and that's going to be a base running decision for the Bulldogs, and a poor one at that. Autry is eliminated from the base path in a difficult situation there. It's going to be a 1-5-6 play. Gets in the pickle, gets stuck, And the Bulldog base path is clean, allowing Elijah Ramsey to swing here instead of bunt. So the infielders go back to their main positions, and a big swing and a miss there by the Bulldog freshman right fielder. If you're Autry, you have about an 8-10 foot lead. Perez literally standing on the bag the entirety of the at-bat so far. Not sure what you're doing. And a good play there by Tichette to step off and eliminate the one runner you've just given up. Now you trade him for an out. So 1-2 the count here against Ramsey. He loads up now later in the count. He gets lower in his stance, squatting down almost towards the strike zone. Takes that one in on the elbow for a ball. Danner, the first baseman, finding his way in the shadow of the light pole. Steps out of its cover there for a minute. They're ready for something on the ground over there on the right side. That's going to be a swing and a miss there by Ramsey. It gets down in the dirt to drop third strike, but he will be eliminated by the catcher, Shannon.
Number 21, Mitch Sisk.
So very quickly, the demeanor changed here. Matthew Autry having a great line drive hit out towards center field, quickly eliminated from the base path. Striking out is Ramsey. And it's going to bring up the lone senior in the lineup today, Mitch Sisk, one of the regular starters for the Bulldogs, keeping his spot. We'll see if he plays the entire game. Talked to a few of the players before, and they said that one of the goals today is to test out a few new guys, both defensively and at the plate. So we'll see if a few guys that we haven't witnessed here at home yet get their first opportunity in this game. Cole Smith, the pitcher, being one of those. So Tichette from the stretch, and that's going to be out towards right field. Going back is Garcia. He's going to be underneath it in the shade, and he hauls it in for the third out as Mitch Sisk is retired. No runs, no hits, no errors here in the bottom of the first inning. We're locked at 0-0. To the top of the second we go.
Your life, your home,
your business, your future.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Leading off the top of the second inning will be the third baseman, Matt Casera. Back out for another inning of work is the Bulldog starter, Cole Smith. He threw 22 pitches, went one full inning already. He walked two batters, but thankfully struck out Shannon to get out of the jam early in this one. Hopefully he can have a clean inning here as Casera tries to do something different. 1 ball, no strike count to him outside. Cottrell grabbing that one, glove to the dirt. Here's the windup from Smith. It's going to be just in the bottom of the zone for a called strike. Great placement there by Smith. A little bit of movement in that. You can see the right side of the field grabbing their sunglasses as the left side does not. Dylan Barrett's got him on his hat, but over at first and second, Huffstedler and Ross both trying to shield their eyes from the sun that's ever so bright there. Might be a problem for the right fielders in this game. And a good placement there by Smith. Leaves Casera in the batter's box. He thought it was going to be ball 4. ready to toss it, and now he's faced with a full count here to get things started in the top of the second inning. Smith now finding his full windup, and he's going to put that one out towards left field. Beckham's going to be going back at the track. It's going to be on his left side and right before he hits the warning track. He hauls it in for the first out of the inning, and a good play there by the Bulldog left fielder Billy Beckham to get rid of Kucera. Really good play there. Looked like Beckham was running out of room, slowing down, didn't know, and accelerated right at the last possible second to haul that one in. Kucera's retired. Terrazas now the batter. Here's the pitch to him. It's in, almost gets a piece of his right thigh. As he jumps back, sliding back about a foot to avoid the hit by pitch. Second baseman Huffstedler dropping towards the grass, ready for a ground ball, and that pitch is placed exactly as the first one was. Delivery to Terrazas here is going to be hit right up the middle. Shortstop going to grab it. That's Dylan Barrett. Throws it over to first. Spins around, and a really good play there by the young Bulldog shortstop. Takes a missile right up the mound on a weird hop that hit the pitcher's mound. Smith got just out of the way right in time. And a wonderful play there by the Bulldog shortstop. Turning around, throwing it over to first, and a 6-3 ground out will eliminate Terrazas. Zach Baker, the center fielder, getting his first plate appearance of the game, shows bunt, pulls back at the last second, catching Mitch Sisk, the third baseman, off guard. He was playing towards the dirt, and now he's going to take a spot right in line with the base path there at third base. Baker hoping to use his field, and he's going to take one right to the elbow pad. That's the reason you wear them, ladies and gentlemen. He had that piece of plastic waiting for that, and a hit by pitch will put Baker aboard with the 9-hole coming up to bat. Desmond Adam reached on an error in the last game against the Bulldogs here at Fesmeyer Field. He was one of 4 runs to score. 3 were put up in the 7th of that game, and he was the second. Came around to score on the single by Passeur in that game. Also hit into a double play, flew out to left field, and grounded out to the pitcher just a few short weeks ago. Here's a delivery to Adam, runner faking a jump. That's going to be hit back towards the field house. Relatively chilly and quiet day here at Fesmeyer Field. Good attendance on hand for an afternoon exhibition game, and that's going to be hit out towards center. Matthew Autry dropping back, heading towards his left. He hauls it in for the third out of the inning, and the hit by pitch means nothing. They'll be back to the top of their lineup in the next inning, but to the bottom of the second inning we go. Bulldogs taking the plate. We'll be right back with you. 0-0. It's going to be Noah Toney coming up to bat.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us. A promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
Narcos playing out over Fesmeyer Field loudspeakers today as Noah Toney gets his first plate appearance in this game. The sophomore transfer out of Wallace State Community College. Had a 3.9 ERA on the mound and hit .303 last season for the Lions at his community college. Originally out of Florence, Alabama, went to Florence High School. Led his team to a conference championship last season, number 23 rankings in D1 JUCO baseball. Prepped at Florence High School, played 2 years of basketball, 4 years of football and baseball. Several athletic honors, all-area, all-state, and baseball team captain, football, baseball, and was also a player of the week. Throwing the pigskin. Offensive MVP and pitcher of the year during his time in high school, and is one of 4 transfers that Coach Casey brought into this program this year. He pops it out towards shallow right field, right center field as Garcia makes his way over to retire Tony. Closing in out there was both Baker and Garcia. And the lights have turned on here at Fesmeyer Field as we prepare for the sun to hit the horizon. Dip below, and we'll probably end this game in the dark tonight. Touchette still on the mound, pitching from the stretch. Here's his delivery to Grant Ross. Sophomore first baseman takes it for a called strike one. Ross, one of many guys from Collierville High School. Grew up in Collierville, Tennessee. And he's going to hit that one out towards left field. Dropping back is Kirkland. He's in the shadows of the warning track right in front of the scoreboard, and it stops at its peak, and he hauls it in there for the second out of the inning, out in deep left field. Ross got about every piece of that baseball, but it just went way high up in the air. Now we'll see Billy Beckham get his chance at Touchette for the first time in this game. He's going to take a fake at that one. Wanted to throw the wrist at it, trying to get the bat straight through it, looking for a line drive, probably out towards center field if he makes contact with it. But just balls back, takes it upstairs for ball one. So 1 ball, no strike here, the count to Billy Beckham. And things are starting to move quickly here in Jackson. 30 minutes into this game, and we're about through 2 innings. It's been the walks and the hit by pitch issued by Cole Smith that have dragged out a few of these at-bats, but the Bulldogs really jumping on things early. Beckham's going to take the off-speed in there for a called strike 2. Perez, the shortstop, shifting more towards third base, dropping into the grass 3 or 4 feet is Adam, the second baseman. Interesting thing to do against an opposite field hitter here against the righty like Beckham. Here's a delivery to him. He's going to check, not commit to it. Didn't know about that. Almost spun around. Took a hack at that, but didn't go all the way through. So Beckham will take a windmill, step back in, open up his stance a little bit, putting his left foot more towards third base. Previously in this at-bat, and here's the pitch to him. A swing and a miss. He got him. Touchette strikes out another one. He's got 2 strikeouts in this game. Beckham, the second victim, and we go to the top of the third. Still scoreless here in Jackson.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
You trade in your car. You trade in your house. So why not get some equity back from your old HVAC system? McCoy's Heating and Air will now give you up to $2,000 trade-in for your old unit. Plus a free 10-year parts and labor warranty with the purchase of a qualifying York system. That's right. Trade in your old unit and get up to $2,000. Plus a free 10-year parts and labor warranty. For a limited time, only from McCoy's Heating and Air.
return to the top of the Dragon lineup. It's Polito Perez getting his second plate appearance against Cole Smith here in the top of the third inning. He walked, made his way over to second base on the wild pitch in the top of the first, and was left stranded there just as well. Bulldogs, only team to have a hit so far in this game. That one hit was the leadoff hitter Matthew Autry, and we haven't seen one since. And what would have been a hit by pitch there by Perez was fouled off towards first base, really throwing the handle of the bat there, chopping it, dribbler to the on-deck circle over in the first base dugout. Cole Smith from the full windup will throw one right down the middle of the plate. A really good pitch there by Smith. Cottrell a little bit rattled on that. Umpire's going to take a timeout, head out, give a new baseball to Smith. Let Cottrell take a moment to recover on that. Perez, the leadoff batter, steps out, will adjust his batting gloves, and Cottrell will strap back on, put the mask on, and we return with a 1-ball, 2-strike count here to Perez. Smith wasting no time, throws an off-speed. It's going to be rocked over towards the third base dugout by Perez on a one-hopper. Everybody jumped a little bit over there on the Bulldog fence. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the delivery from Smith. It's going to be popped over the first base dugout, foul. As classes get out here at Jackson, a few more students rolling into the ballpark today. Faculty members getting off work here at 4:30. Good evening entertainment, and a swing and a miss there by Perez. Cottrell's got the drop, third strike, throws it to Grant Ross, who's in foul territory, steps on first base, and it will be a strikeout for Perez. Strikeout number 2 on the day for Smith, and it'll bring up the lefty left fielder, Cody Kirkland. Here's a delivery to him in there. The sacrifice ground out in the first inning. Hit to Mitch Sisk right down the line. Sisk playing a little closer towards shortstop. See if he does it again. That's going to be in the dirt and away. Joseph Hudstedler assisting that throw back to the pitcher. Smith just dropped it a little bit on the throw from Cottrell, so we'll take an extra pause here, and here's the delivery. Way outside. Smith taking each and every pause here between each pitch. It's been a long, drawn-out at-bat here for Kirkland. Bulldogs now warming up somebody out there in the left field bullpen, getting a little bit of action. A couple of the relievers getting ready. We'll see what the leash is here, and that's going to be rocked out towards right field. Ramsey's going back. It's going to be a home run over the wall, and that's going to be the first hit for the Dragons. And 1 run on the board just slipped out of shallow field there. Ramsey just ran out of room at the warning track as Kirkland just snuck one out of Fesmeyer Field here. The wind, of course, heading directly towards right field, the eastern wind. Kirkland just got all of it. It looked like Ramsey was going to have time to get it, and right as he hit the warning track, he turned around and was preparing for it to bounce off of the wall, and it slipped out by a mere few inches right over the right field wall. Showing bunt is Garcia. Mitch Sisk, the third baseman, charging in. Nothing to show for it as Garcia's bunt turns into a foul ball. He steps back in the batter's box. That is the first run given up by Cole Smith so far in the season. He's been pretty locked down, even when he's surrendered some walks and hit by pitch scenarios. He's been able to escape the jam, but there's nothing you're going to do on a long ball like that. So So Eli Garcia at the plate. He flew out into foul territory in front of the Dragon dugout in the first inning. And that one's going to be in the dirt, hopping away from Cottrell. Smith trying to get aggressive, hoping that Garcia will chase, but he's not going to chase it if it's 2 feet out of the strike zone. Going to be a check swing, gets away from Cottrell. They're going to appeal to the first base umpire, who says that Garcia did not go on the check swing. Looked like he went around almost to the 50%, but not the full way around. Here's the full windup to Garcia in the dirt. And what was an 0-2 count is now transformed full. Smith's going to have to work his way out of this at-bat with 1 out on the board, 1 run already given up on the home run. And that's going to be hit to Mitch Sisk. He's got it. An easy dribbler throws it over to first, and stepping off the bag is Grant Ross, able to get right back on it. And another 5-3 ground out recorded by Mitch Sisk, and a great play to get rid of Garcia. There was no hop, no bounce, just a pure dribble over there to Mitch Sisk. It rolled all the way in the grass. He waited on it, took his time, planted through a missile over to first base to eliminate Garcia. Bringing up the cleanup hitter, Dakota Danner. He's playing at first base tonight. He was the second Dragon aboard already in this game. He walked in the first inning, was left stranded on the strikeout by Shannon. That was one of 2 runners in scoring position that were left aboard in the first. He's going to take that one up on the shoulders. Cottrell popping up from the squat position behind the plate to get that. He'll take a few practice swings. A steady stance, evenly placed. That's going to be a curveball that just gets away there from Smith. Up and inside. So 2 balls, 1 strike, with 2 outs here to Danner. That's going to be hit to the shortstop, Dylan Barrett. Barrett's got it, throws it over to first. It's a 6-3 ground out. And after giving up the home run to Kirkland, Smith bounces back, gets the next 2 outs. And to the bottom of the third we go. Bulldogs face a deficit of 1. We'll see if they can climb right back into this game. 6 innings to go here in Jackson, Tennessee. We'll be right back with you.
The award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 750,000 views in 2023. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join over 4,500 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union University, Bethel, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, Sacred Heart, and Peabody. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow-motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. The premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Leading off the bottom of the third inning is the Bulldog catcher Caden Cottrell. Playing very shallow at third base is Kuceris. Cottrell pops that one over the first base dugout into the grass. Caden Cottrell getting his first at-bat in this game. Originally out of Hendersonville, Tennessee. Spent time at Beach High School in his 3rd season with the Bulldogs. Last year he played 20 games, started in 11 of them. He hit .283 in 46 at-bats and takes that curve in there for a ball. Played 4 years of baseball, 3 years of football at the Beach High School. district regional titles and advanced to the state tournament. Played summer ball for Cross Hit, won the past-time national title. Was also named the first team all-county as a catcher and made the Tennessee Super sophomore team. Led the all-state tournament with 41 hits, 35 RBIs, 12 doubles, and 6 home runs. Was 7-0 as the starting quarterback, and a dog on and off the field against Caden Cottrell. This year he has been unable to record a hit. He's only had 3 at-bats. Here's his 4th right now as he takes that one upstairs. He's struck out all 3 at-bats so far this season, looking to make a difference. He played against Young Harris on February 3rd, played against Washburn on February 9th, and Henderson State on the 13th. And he's going to head a little dribbler between third and short. Kucera's got it, throws it over to first, and just in time to retire Cottrell.
Now batting number 31, Joseph Huffstedler.
So Cottrell moves to 0-4 on the season. We'll see if he can break out of that slump later in the game. Expect to see him catch the majority of the innings here today. And Joseph Huffstedler will get his first at-bat. Transferred here from Bethel University, just about an hour away up in McKenzie, Tennessee. Before that, he went to Gibson County High School, and he's going to put that one in play right back to the pitcher. Tichette's going to take it himself, and it's going to be a 1-3 put out over at first.
Now batting number 9, Dylan Barrett.
And now we see one of our regulars, after a couple of the guys that haven't got a ton of playing time, Dylan Barrett. Sophomore, transferred here from Anne Arundel Community College, originally from Bel Air, Maryland, and takes a big swing through that one. Led his team last year to a regional championship. Played 1 year of ball. So far on the season, he is hitting with an average of .364. He's been real good up towards the top of the lineup, but has really found his spot down in the 8 and 9 position. Now that we move to an 0-2 count, he's going to be a little bit more protective. We see the outfield shifting all over to their left. Baker and Kirkland both taking steps more towards right field. And here's a delivery to Barrett. He's going to hit that one out towards right center field. Garcia is going to be underneath it. He's got it in a 1-2-3 flawless inning here for Touchette. Gets out of the 3rd inning. To the top of the 4th we go. Bulldogs down 1-0. We'll be right back with you for some more Bulldog baseball.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us, a promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
The Bulldogs will turn it over to their bullpen for the first time in this game. That's going to do it for Cole Smith. He went 3 innings, giving up 1 hit, 1 run on the home run by Kirkland. He threw 57 pitches, walked 2, struck out 2, and faced 13 batters as the Bulldogs hand the ball over to Scotty Wyatt. Scotty Wyatt, the freshman out of Collierville High School in Collierville, Tennessee, played all 4 years of baseball there, spent some time playing with the East Coast Sox before joining the Bulldogs. He's only played in 2 games, both on the mound, has an ERA of 19.29, struggled earlier in the season, hasn't pitched since the last time Lane was here 14 days ago on February 6th. In that game, He walked 3, struck out 2, gave up 1 run on 1 hit, but it was the Young Harris outing where he struggled the most. Gave up 4 runs on 3 hits in only 1 inning, giving up a double in the 19 batters that he faced. He's got a .364 average against him, but it's been the 3 hit-by-pitch issues that have really plagued him so far this season. A much better second game against the Dragons than he did against Young Harris, and he has an opportunity here. That's going to be right under the glove of Huffstedler, the second baseman. Roll out into right field. Just out of room there was Huffstedler as Shannon gets on with a single here to lead off the top of the 4th inning. So Kucera will get 1 runner on. Bulldogs have quite a few guys out there stretching in the left field bullpen. No action for Lane College. That's going to be in there up on the hands for a ball. Bulldogs have a couple off days. They had a practice day yesterday after a long weekend. Of course, playing games on Friday got postponed to Saturday. Did the doubleheader against West Alabama on Saturday. The final game, the conclusive game of that series, played on Sunday afternoon. So Coach Casey gave the guys a day off for rest. And they're back out here for a game after no practice yesterday. So Wyatt will look over, check his runner Shannon. He's got a 2-ball, 1-strike count here to the Dragon third baseman, and that's going to be hit right to Mitch Sisk. He's going to take it over to second. He gets 1 out. They go over to first, and they're going to say he is out. It's going to be a 5-4-3 double play, and a quick play there by Mitch Sisk, and a good throw by Joseph Huffstedler to eliminate both runners from the base path. And a 6-4-3 double play is what it will be credited as here against Kucera. The base path is clean, and no runners on. As the designated hitter, Daniel Terrazas gets up to the plate. Here's a delivery to him from Wyatt. It's going to be just outside the zone. A good placement there by Caden Cottrell here against the lefty. Terrazas grounded out in his first plate appearance. That's going to be hit in the gap right where the hit to Shannon was between Ross and Huffstedler. Goes out towards right field, and Terrazas is on with a single here, the second of the inning. And that little pesky gap over there between first and second base, just a little bit of an issue here. And 2 Dragons have now found the hole in this inning. A good at-bat there by Terrazas will bring up Baker. Takes the first one in there for a called strike. Zach Baker, the center fielder, earlier in this game was hit by a pitch, made his way over to first, but was left stranded on the flyout by Adam. He's got a runner on for him this time, something new for him in this game. And here's the delivery to Baker. It's going to get away from Cottrell. Running towards second is going to be Terrazas. There's going to be a play, and not in time there. A good play there by Dylan Barrett to make the tag. Terrazas will be in there. So they'll probably credit that with a wild pitch. Caden Cottrell recovered fairly quickly, able to get the mask off, grabbed it, threw it down to second, but sliding in just in time is Terrazas. So it'll put a runner in scoring position out there at second base, remove the force possibility, and they're going to focus on the batter here in Baker, with Huffstedler, the second baseman, making his way back to his regular position rather than holding Terrazas closely. More and more shade continuing to cover the field. The outfield now basically to center in the shadows. Really only Ross, Huffstedler, and Ramsey are still open to the sun. As the sun starts to dip, we can feel a cool breeze coming in. That's going to be hit right up the middle. Going to go for it is Dylan Barrett. He's going to make a throw on the run. It is going to be under the glove of Ross. It's going to get away from him. 1 run is going to come home to score on the wild throw. Making his way into first base will be Baker. And they're probably going to credit that as a throwing error. Terrazas comes home, and the Bulldogs now find themselves down by 2 here in the top of the 4th inning. You make a good throw, at least 1 run doesn't score, possibly getting the 3rd out of the inning, but now you're left with a runner on first. See how the scorekeepers Credit that in a bunt perfectly. Dropped down to third base. Mitch Sisk going to make a throw. He is not. And they're going to allow Adam to get on. They'll say it's going to be a single. And Baker will move over to second base. Mitch Sisk making a last-second decision that he would not get it there in time. Looked towards second base with a greater possibility of getting Baker before he made his way back over to the bag. Huffstedler was holding him. And it's going to put 2 on here with 2 out in the top of the 4th. Adam at first, Baker at second. Back to the top of the lineup we go, and Polito Perez getting his 3rd plate appearance of the game. Here's a delivery to him. It's going to be inside for a called strike 1. Perez struck out on strikes. Went down a swinging in the 3rd inning. In the 1st, he walked and was left stranded at second base. So now from the stretch, we have Scotty Wyatt. Looks back. Huffstedler faking a possible throw. It's going to be to Mitch Sisk. He's just going to take it, step on the bag 2 feet away from him, and eliminate any more runs, but not before the Dragons put another run on the board. That's Terrazas coming home to score. Bulldogs down by 2 to the bottom of the 4th we go. We'll see if the Lane Dragons stick with their pitcher. We'll be right back with you.
Are you looking for a Christian college or are starting the college search process? I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
It's taken us 4 innings to get back to the top of the Bulldog lineup. Touchette, every single inning has gone 1, 2, 3. Autry, Ramsey, Sisk went down in the 1st. Tony, Ross Beckham in the 2nd, and Cottrell, Huffstedler, and Barrett in the 3rd. As Matthew Autry will get his chance here at Touchette for the 2nd time in this game. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning, he is the symbol of the only Bulldog hit in this game. He had the single in the top of the 1st, but was eliminated in some poor base running earlier in that one. He takes that one in there for called strike 2. Autry, the only Bulldog to reach yet in this game, regardless of hit, walk, hit by pitch, whatever it is. He's the only one that's been on, and he was eliminated just as quickly. So Autry with the 0-2 count. Here's a delivery from Touchette. It's going to be hit to the shortstop. He's going to bobble it. That's Perez. Throws it over late, and they're going to say he is out just by a hair over at first base. A good catch by Danner and a recovery by Perez. Matthew Autry almost beating that, but it's going to just fall short. Really good base running there by Autry to take off some electricity in his run. He put some gas in it, but just not enough. So now we see Elijah Ramsey get his 2nd at-bat of the game. He struck out swinging in the 1st inning. Infield playing shallow on the left side. Kucera, the 3rd baseman. And a big swing and a miss there. Ramsey, of course, showed bunt quite a few times in the 1st inning and then went down on the strikes once Autry was picked off the base path. So Ramsey will load up. Here's the delivery to him. It's going to be a cut swing. Takes a chop at it in on the hands. It'll go back into the backstop netting. So Ramsey has an opportunity to be the 2nd Bulldog aboard in this game. Touchette now throwing his 37th pitch of the game. He's only given up 1 hit, struck out 2, and that's going to be launched way over the third base dugout out toward the parking lot, hitting right in front of a vehicle. Looks like we escaped insurance-free today. Lucky play there by the fans. Everybody kind of holds their breath. Foul ball out towards left field. So Touchette will now pitch from the stretch. Ramsey's going to hit it. They're going to call it dead ball. So he got a piece of it directly down. Charging out was Shannon. He was ready to make a play over at first, but Ramsey knew he didn't have anything of it and just took a step out of the batter's box. He'll reset, get back in with an 0-2 count remaining after a few foul balls. That's going to be hit out towards left field, towards the gap. Kirkland's going to be running back. He's underneath it. The wind knocks it down, and Ramsey goes down on a fly ball to left field.
21, Mitch Sisk.
That is 11 straight Bulldogs retired here by Touchette. Currently having a great game on the mound. The Bulldogs just looking to finally get a piece of him somewhere. Mitch Sisk flew out to right field in the first inning, and he gets another look here where he launches it out towards right field once again. Garcia's going back towards the track, and it's going to land right on the warning track. Mitch Sisk rounds first. He'll be into second with ease. And the Bulldogs have their second hit of the game in the third baseman senior, Mitch Sisk, on a great play that bounced off the wall out there in right field. It's the first extra base hit for the Bulldogs. They've got a runner in scoring position for the second time in this game with Noah Toney, the designated hitter, coming up to the plate. He also flew out to right field. Now that was in the second inning. And for the first time, the Bulldogs will have a fourth batter in an inning. Toney with the low squat, big load up here. Mitch Sisk getting a jump out there at second. Adam, the second baseman, not holding Sisk very closely. Be careful not to get in another situation like Matthew Autry did in the first. Toney representing the tying run at the plate here. Bulldogs find themselves down by 2. They got 2 hits on the board, 1 error. Dragons 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors. Here's a delivery to Noah. Big swing and a miss, out and away. A good pitch buried there by Touchette. Shannon sliding in as if he just scored a goal. Where to capture that ball in the left-handed batter's box. So Toney will load up 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Mitch Sisk out there at second base. Adam trying to bait a possible pickoff attempt, and Toney will take that one in there for a called strike that dribbles away from Shannon. A little bit of excitement here after the double by Mitch Sisk. Now with 2 strikes, the outfield rotates more towards right field. Garcia heading out towards the foul line. Here is the 1-2 delivery from the stretch. Looks back, checks Mitch Sisk, and he goes home with it. Toney's going to take it outside. And a good plate discipline as he continues to battle here. This at bat, Grant Ross, the first baseman, in the on-deck circle, waiting for his chance. So we got a string of 2s here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bulldogs down by 2. Mitch Sisk out there on second base. Here's a delivery to Toney. It's going to be outside. The count will go full. This is the most pressure in this game that Thomas Touchette has had. Of course, he had 1 runner in Matthew Autry out on second base in the first, but that was quickly removed. Might be a little bit of a rattle to him here as the count is full. Adam wanting a pickoff. You doubt that he'll do it with a full count, and he's going to go home with it. Toney fouls it right back. A good battle there on a foul ball directly into the wood barrier. Count remains full. Same thing. Here we go. Touchette does not like the first pitch that he was called. He's going to take the second one. He's going to load up. Looks back. Checks Mitch Sisk. Adam heading back to his position. Does a jump to his right. He's going home with it. And another foul ball as Noah Toney continues to battle here at the plate. Tony's hitting .500 on the season. He's had 2 at-bats, got a hit in one of them. See if it continues here today. Adam really close to second base this time as he runs away. And a swing and a miss goes down Tony. He now goes 0 for 2 so far in the game after flying out to right. He swings right through that one. They leave Mitch Sisk aboard on second. To the top of the 5th inning we go. Bulldogs still down by 2 here in Jackson.
Your life. Your home.
Your business. Your future.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
Scotty Wyatt out here for his second inning of work for the Bulldogs, entering the top of the 5th inning. He'll face Kirkland, not the guy that you went up to the plate. He snuck a home run right over the right field wall in the 3rd inning. Dangerous situation there. That was issued by Cole Smith, the 1 hit and the 1 run that he gave up in the 57 pitches. Entering this inning, only 16 pitches is what has been thrown by Scotty Wyatt, but in those 16 pitches he did give up 3 hits, 1 run, but escaped a couple jams with a double play and a clutch ground out and a big swing and a miss there by Kirkland. Mitch Sisk playing incredibly shallow at third base, backing up is Ramsey, but truly just a line drive that snuck out of the ballpark in the 3rd inning, and that's going to be put into play. It's good that Mitch Sisk was playing shallow, throws it over to first, and a 5-3 ground out will put away Kirkland just like it did in the 1st inning.
26, Eli Garcia.
Sisk was ready for that, had a good defensive read, preparing for the ground out. He just had to come over, grab it on the glove side, and he clutched up there, getting the early out against Kirkland. And now it's Garcia at the plate. Eli Garcia, for his 3rd time in this game, he grounded out to third base in the 3rd inning. He flew out on a pop fly in foul territory earlier in the 1st. He takes an early 0-1 count. Bulldogs have a couple guys standing out there in left field bullpen. With them sitting with their backs against the wall. Still no action. They're going to remain with Touchette, who's had a fantastic game so far for the Dragons. No need to tap the bullpen anytime soon. So Wyatt from the full windup throws a beautiful off-speed curveball in there for strike 2. Danner on deck, taking a few practice swings, not when the pitches are thrown. That's going to be put in play. Mitch Sisk has it on a 2-hopper. He drops it. He's going to have to make a long throw, and they're going to say that Garcia is safe over there. If Sisk would have fielded that cleanly, it'd be interesting to see if he would have had that as an out, but we'll see how the scorekeepers credit that. But no matter what, Garcia's over at first. It's going to be a really controversially close throw. See how they credit it. We'll let the scorekeeper take that one. I mean, Mitch Sisk has been known to make that throw in the past. It was a good play, but we'll see what they give that to. Garcia as is Dakota Danner up to the plate. He walked in the 1st inning. Grounded out. in the third. They're still deliberating up here in the booth whether that was a hit or an error. But no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Scotty Wyatt's got him right where he wants him and throws it right down the middle of the plate. Strike 3. Danner goes down, and a perfect pitch there by Scotty Wyatt to bury that one right below first baseman. So they are going to say that Eli Garcia reached on an error. Probably true, since we know that Mitch Sisk commonly has a cannon of an arm over there at third. Had a weird 2-hopper. Now we see Seth Shannon getting his third plate appearance. He got a single in the last inning, but was eliminated on the double play hit by Kucera. In the first inning, he went down swinging. Here's a delivery to him. A big, slow swing and a miss, and that's going to be put out into right field by Caden Cottrell. It looked like he actually shot-putted it almost. And it looks like that. It's going to be Elijah Ramsey out in right field recovering. That was a weird throw there by Cottrell. Had he thrown it accurately with a little bit more oomph to it, he probably could have got Garcia. Was not really paying attention on the base path over there at first. But Cottrell really threw it more like a catapult than he did a baseball, as that one gets away from him, moving Garcia over to second base and into scoring position here at the top of the 5th. So Shannon with 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Take a couple roundabouts, opens up the stance a little bit now that Garcia is now at second. That's Barrett, the shortstop, holding it, and it's going to be popped up on the left side. It's going to remain in play. Running underneath it is going to be Mitch Sisk. Will he have room? He does. He catches it right over his head, and a good play there by the Bulldog third baseman. Beckham was charging in from left field. Sisk called him off in foul territory, and Shannon will be the third out of the inning. To the bottom of the 5th inning we go. We got Ross, Beckham, and Cottrell due up. We'll see if the Bulldogs can get right back in this game.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Four innings and only 49 pitches. That's the story of the game for Thomas Touchette. Junior right-hander has been clutch today. Came into this game with a 5.63 ERA, and he's been helping that out a little bit already in this one. He's up against the sophomore first baseman, Grant Ross. Due up for the second time. Danner, the first baseman, playing really close but deep to the foul line over there at first. Adam playing at second base on the grass as Grant Ross flew out to left field in his first plate appearance all the way back in the second inning. This game flying by, almost through 5 innings and only 10 minutes over an hour mark that we've reached here in Jackson. Very different than the first time these two teams played. That was an offensive battle. ERAs ballooned in that one. And Touchette has just been dominating the Bulldog starting lineup. Bulldogs trying to string something together here. They haven't had more than one base runner on at a time. Only 2 total in the game. No walks issued at all by Touchette or a hit by pitch. He's been perfect in that regard. And the single given up to Autry. The double to Sisk. And it looks like we're going to have a brief meeting at the mound. We'll join you right back here in just a few seconds.
You trade in your car. You trade in your house. So why not get some equity back from your old HVAC system? McCoy's Heating and Air will now give you up to $2,000 trade-in for your old unit. Plus a free 10-year parts and labor warranty with the purchase of a qualifying York system. That's right. Trade in your old unit and get up to $2,000. Plus a free 10-year parts and labor warranty. For a limited time, only from McCoy's Heating and Air.
The award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 750,000 views in 2023. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join over 4,500 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union University, Bethel, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, Sacred Heart, and Peabody. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. The premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
We are back with you here as Grant Ross will step back into the batter's box. He's got a 3-1 count against him, and the first time that Touchette has had to worry about a walk so far in this game. The Bulldogs haven't been waiting as much, and that's going to be out towards right field. It's going to be a one-hopper to Garcia, and they don't have to wait on that as Grant Ross elects to take the single.
Now batting number 20, Billy Beckham.
So for the first time since the beginning of the first inning, the Bulldogs have their leadoff runner aboard. That's Grant Ross at first, and Billy Beckham will get his second plate appearance here against Thomas Touchette. Beckham taking a few swing arounds there from the right in the batter's box. He struck out swinging in the second inning. That's going to be a pickoff attempt over there. Danner, the first baseman, will haul it in low. Sliding perfectly underneath is Grant Ross. Billy Beckham, the senior out of Litchfield, Illinois, graduated from Litchfield Senior High School, spent some time at Lewis and Clark Community College. Last year as a junior, he pitched in 24 innings. We haven't seen him on the mound as often this season. He only pitched in one game, that was against Washburn. He's only hit in 2 games. He's had 1 at-bat so far against Lane College on February 6th. He also had an at-bat against Washburn. So technically he is hitting 1,000 so far this season. That's going to be to the shortstop. Thrown over to second, over to first base. And it's going to be an easy 6-4-3 double play. Perez to Adam to Danner. And the perfect at-bat streak by Beckham shattered twice today.
Now batting number 28, Caden Cottrell.
So they got a runner on. It looked like they were about to put something together, and a double play eliminates that. But Caden Cottrell will now be up to the plate. Touchette has just been plowing through Bulldog hitters here in this game. Went 3 up, 3 down in the first 3 innings. Only 4 batters faced in the 4th, and now he's facing his 3rd and possibly final batter here in the 5th to see if he can do it again. He's just been dominant, locking everything down. Control has been great. No walks. No hit batters issued yet in this game. Control has been there. The Bulldogs have just been needing to wait a little bit. They've been jumping out on early pitches, putting the ball on the ground a ton in this game. Garcia, the right fielder, has had a lot of action on some pop flies out there, but aside from that, we've seen some ground outs, some double plays. Some poor base running contribute to the at-bats here. As Touchette tries to bury one away. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here to the Bulldog catcher, Caden Cottrell. Halfway through this game here, a little over halfway, yet we're under the typical hour-and-a-half mark. That's going to be hit out towards left field. Going back is Kirkland. It's going to be just out of his reach. It's going to bounce, hitting the back wall, and Caden Cottrell will be in with at least a double. Will he go 3? He will. He's going to go all the way. Here's the throw to third base, and he's in with a triple here in the bottom of the 5th inning. A great play by Caden Cottrell on the base path to make his way around. Kirkland didn't get it in time. Perez making a throw off the mark. Had that been on the right side of the bag, Casera probably would have tagged out Cottrell, but he really kicked on the wheels there, and Caden Cottrell within 90 feet of scoring, the first time any Bulldog runner has made it past second base, with Joseph Huffstedler, the second baseman, now getting an opportunity with a runner in scoring position to tack an RBI on in this one. Here's the pitch to him, down low, and we'll see if the Bulldogs are able to get something going here. Opportunity to have a 2-out rally, something that we've seen the Lane Dragons do a couple times already in this game. That's going to be just low and in for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner 90 feet away. That's Caden Cottrell over at third base. Don't want to leave him stranded here. Tying run at the plate, close game. Dragons put up 1 in the 3rd on the home run, 1 in the 4th on the wild pitch. That's going to be in the dirt and away. Trying to pitch out of the zone. They're not going to give Huffstedler anything to hit, at least this early in the count. Make him swing at it. Grounded out to the pitcher in the 3rd inning. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Down goes Joseph Huffstedler. They leave Caden Cottrell stranded over there at 3rd. But to the 6th inning we go. It's the final 3rd of this game. Moving quickly here in Jackson. We'll be right back with you. Bulldogs down by 2. Got to strike soon.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
You trade in your car. You trade in your house. So why not get some equity back from your old HVAC system? McCoy's Heating and Air will now give you up to $2,000 trade-in for your old unit. Plus a free 10-year parts and labor warranty with the purchase of a qualifying York system. That's right. Trade in your old unit and get up to $2,000. Plus a free 10-year parts and labor warranty. For a limited time, only from McCoy's Heating and Air.
Matt Cusera will lead off the top of the 6th, and a pitch up on in the hands by Scotty Wyatt. He's coming out for his 3rd inning. Cole Smith started off throwing the first 3 innings. Wyatt now has an opportunity to get 3 under his belt as well. He's thrown only 33 pitches, giving up 3 hits, and that's going to be launched out towards left field over the bullpen. Out, hit the chain link fence towards the parking lot. Wyatt in this game, giving up the 3 hits, the 1 run. He's faced 10 batters so far today. Here's delivery to him. It's going to be out on the right side. The first base dugout charging over is Grant Ross. He's going to run out of room, and it'll land right behind the first base dugout. Cusera in this game flew out to left field in the 2nd inning, hit into a 6-4-3 double play in the 4th. Wyatt now from the full windup. He's going to go home with it. It's going to be right over the glove, out of the glove of Huffstedler into right field. Ramsey's going to recover that one. And Joseph Huffstedler putting on the hops with everything he had to try to get that. And that's going to be we'll see, they'll probably say that's a single off the glove. It's a hard play to catch there. They are going to credit that as a single right off the glove of Huffstedler. Just got to close it. Just needed About one more inch in his vertical to get that one there. So they're looking for something on the ground here, and it's going to be straight up in the air instead. Heading in is Ramsey and Autry. Autry's going to call him off in center field. He's got it. That'll be the first out of the inning is Terrazas.
Now batting number 5, Zach Baker.
One pitch, one out. We sure like that as Bulldog fans. Scotty Wyatt making a good play. Get out Terrazas, and now he will face Zach Baker, the center fielder. He's reached twice already in this game. Baker was hit by a pitch in the second inning, and that ball's going to roll just foul on his bunt attempt there. Baker 0 for 1 in this game. Hit by a pitch, left stranded at first. Reached in the fourth, was left stranded at second. Hope he doesn't get stranded at third this inning, because we hope he never gets on. So no balls, 1 strike, 1 out. We'll see if he tries to lay down a bunt once again. Mitch Sisk is ready for it at third base. He's not. He's going to hit a little dribbler down the third base walking path towards the dugout. Cusera took off running. He'll have to head back. Do not collect $200 as he makes his way back to first base. So Baker now with 2 strikes against him. We'll see what Scotty Wyatt is cooking up. Take a pickoff attempt that falls just short over there at first. Wyatt now from the stretch. No balls, 2 strikes to Baker. It's going to be hit once again down the third baseline, foul. He continues to battle, hitting foul ball after foul ball here. It's the golden hour here in Jackson, Tennessee. Clouds, fluffy and light, making their way out. Beautiful day here at Fesmeyer Field. There's a nice little wind chill. That's the only negative downside, but with a good jacket, possibly a blanket, you're in for some good baseball. Some cotton candy skies here with the pink on the horizon, blue. The light, fluffy clouds. The lights of Fesmeyer Field now taking dominance of illuminating the infield and the outfield. A little bit of sun still shining through one stretch, hitting Scotty Wyatt, the pitcher on the mound, in the eye. But everything else really dipping below as we'll turn it over to the luminescent lights here at Fesmeyer Field. So Wyatt, here's the pitch to Baker. It's going to be an off-speed up and back towards the fans right in front of the concession stand. So Wyatt will get his spot back on the mound. And here's a delivery. It's going to be a swing and a miss. He gets a little piece of it. It doesn't matter. Caden Cottrell hauls it in.
Number 6, Desmond Allen.
Now we've got 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Desmond Adam, the second baseman. Mitch Sisk taking quite a few feet now in. He's basically trying to get to the halfway mark between home and third base. Ready for a possible bunt attempt for a hit. We'll see what Adam does, what the scouting report shows. He's going to be swinging at off speed. Really interesting to see Mitch Sisk playing so shallow, especially if Adam is able to pull it and put some heat on a ground ball. Don't want it to get past Sisk, who already had a fielding error earlier in this game. Here's a delivery. It's going to be hit to the third base dugout. Cusera was making his way to second base. He'll trot right back to first. And we'll do it again. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Dragons up by 2. Got 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors. The Bulldogs have no runs on 4 hits, 2 errors. Matthew Autry shifting out towards right field, and a check swing by Adam as he does not commit to it. For the first time in this game, we have seen some action out there in the right field bullpen for Lane College. Touchette has thrown 5 scoreless innings so far. See what time they turn it over to the bullpen. Here's a delivery from Wyatt. It's going to be low. It's going to get away from Cottrell. Running over to second base will be Casera. We'll see if he gets 3. He will stop at second. And a wild pitch will move a runner into scoring position here. Another striking opportunity. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And now a runner on second. We got the leadoff hitter, Polito Perez, on deck. Don't want to get back to the top of the lineup. Just escape this here while we've got it. Got a stuffed animal of a duck. Just went flying out and right over the glove of Ross as it dribbles out towards right field. Ramsey's going to have to make a play. They're going to let one score. And it went off of the glove of Grant Ross out to right field. Another run will score. Cusera scores from second all the way to home as he took off ready in anticipation. And Adam is on here with 2 outs.
14, Polito Perez.
Looks like that's going to do it here for Scotty Wyatt. There's a guy warming up. Might just be a meeting at the mound here by Coach Casey. We'll be right back with you after this brief mound visit.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us, a promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
Back to the top of the lineup we go here for the Lane College Dragons. Polito Perez will now get his 4th plate appearance, and the Bulldogs will turn it over to freshman pitcher out of Roswell High School, Alex Johnson. And on his first pitch, Adam rips off second base. So Adam now moves to second. Alex Johnson getting his 2nd pitching appearance of the season. He's got a 27 ERA, but he only has pitched in 1 game. That came on February 3rd against Young Harris. He threw 1 inning, gave up 2 hits, 4 runs on just 2 hits. He walked 2, giving up a double and 1 strikeout. Bulldogs able to get a couple guys some opportunities that haven't been able to pitch in some big game situations so far this season. Alex Johnson being one of those guys. Up in Roswell, Georgia. He's one of 9 guys as that one is launched out towards center field. Matthew Autry charging, and he's got it for the 3rd out of the inning. A good play there by Autry, and a full sprint out in center field to haul in the hit by Perez. To the bottom of the 6th we go. Bulldogs now down by 3. Scored 1 run on 2 hits here in the 6th inning. We'll be right back with you.
Are you looking for a Christian college or are starting the college search process? I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
we are in the 9 hole in the bottom of the 6th inning. Dylan Barrett will get his second plate appearance of the game. He flew out to right field in the 3rd inning, which felt like not that long ago. These games are moving quickly. The Dragons have been the ones extending out the time of this ball game as we reach the hour-and-a-half mark right now. So 1 ball, no strikes, no outs here. Touchette enters this inning with only 64 pitches thrown, giving up only 4 hits. He struck out 4, walked nobody. The 17 batters that he's faced. There is some action out there in the right field bullpen. Dylan Barrett in 6 innings, only getting his second plate appearance as he takes that one down on the ankles, and it looked like it almost hit him, and the umpire called it a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs here to the Bulldog shortstop. Second baseman Adam playing in the grass. Relatively deep out there. And a check swing there by Barrett does not commit on a pitch way outside of the zone. A good haul in there by Shannon, the catcher, as the sun has set here in Jackson. The Bulldogs have been known at home to have some big late game comeback rallies. They've done it time and time again. A few walk-offs at home already this season. One by Jake Cale, one by Kenyon Pace. Neither of those guys in the lineup yet here for the Bulldogs. We'll see if they keep these guys throughout or mix a few in here in the late game innings. Barrett now with a full count. Here's a pitch to him. It's going to be hit right in the gap over the glove of the third baseman Kucera out towards left field. Kirkland's going to haul it in on a 2-hopper. And a single here by Barrett will get things started and hopefully a rally in the 6th inning.
Now batting number 12, Matthew Autry.
To the top of the lineup we go for the Bulldogs. Right where you want to be is Matthew Autry. Had a good game so far. He had the single to get things started in the 1st inning. It looked like Bulldogs were going to have a huge offensive day as he electrically got on first, but he was picked off the base path before grounding out to shortstop in the 4th inning. Playing really shallow there is Kucera, ready for a bunt. He does show bunt, and he drops it perfectly. The pitcher is going to take it himself to shed over to first, and the umpire will say he is out at first, but it's going to be the exact sacrifice, move it over play that the Bulldogs were hoping for there by Autry. So Barrett now in scoring position, the 3rd Bulldog to be there. None of them have scored yet. Excuse me, the 4th Bulldog to be there. None of them have scored yet. Elijah Ramsey struck out swinging in the 1st inning. He flew out to left field in the 4th inning. And now he's got a man out there on second, and Perez playing right behind second base. Don't want another pickoff attempt. He's going to wait. Looking back is going to be Touchette from the stretch. And Ramsey take it low inside for ball 1. Ramsey will go. Give the plate a dink with the bat. Danner now playing about 4 feet away from the line over there at first. Here's a delivery, and Ramsey's going to put it right down the first base line with a little dribbler towards the tarp. Touchette at only 71 pitches. The Bulldogs have been jumping on early fastballs for predominantly most of their contact hits in this game. But it's been the guys that have been able to wait it out, take the count full, that have been able to get the hits in this one. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Dylan Barrett out there at second base. We'll see if Ramsey is able to get the Bulldogs their first run of the game. Only 1 hit less in this game, but it's really been the control of Thomas Touchette, who has had a phenomenal game with his control. No hit batters, no walks issued in this game. He's taken the count full a few times, and that's really where the Bulldogs have been able to get their hits, and it's going to be hit down the third baseline. Grabbed by Kucera. He's going to go to first with it, and they will make the easy 5-3 play to get rid of Ramsey. Barrett's not going anywhere.
Number 21, Mitch Sisk.
So Sisk, one of two Bulldogs with an extra base hit in this game, had the double the last time we saw him in the fourth. He hit that one off the right field wall. A great at bat there 2 innings ago. He flew out to right field in the first inning. And it's interesting to see the center fielder Baker and the left fielder Kirkland shift to their left, as both at bats by Sisk have headed out towards right field. So Sisk will now take a windup. We've got a opportunity here for Mitch Sisk to add to his RBI totals on the season. He'll take a moment, step out. They are going to send Barrett over to third. It looks like there was a balk on the play. No timeout was apparently called as Mitch Sisk stepped out. Barrett will get a free bag on that one. And now only 90 feet away, the second time in this game, Bulldogs able to get a run on the board here, and Sisk will put that way out there over the first base, right field side, as one of the relievers for Lane College comes tearing out of the bullpen, trying to catch that one on the fly. Unable to get it, he'll put the ball back to the dugout, and Mitch Sisk finds himself down 0-2 in the count. Barrett leading off third base, able to get in the mind of Touchette, the right-handed pitcher from the stretch, and Mitch Sisk will take it for strike 3. Down he goes. Umpire rung him up. And with a 7th inning right around the corner, the Bulldogs down by 3. We'll be right back with you here in Jackson, Tennessee. Don't go anywhere.
Your life. Your home.
Your business. Your future.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Kirkland up to the plate now for the 5th time in this game here in the top of the 7th inning. Mitch Sisk, the third baseman, playing really shallow, ready for another opposite field ground ball here, just like Kirkland did in the 5th inning. Sisk, we read that one great. Same thing happened in the first. So either Kirkland's going to ground up to third or he's going to hit a home run based on our notes here up in the booth. He had that home run to get things started to break the 0-0 tie in the top of the 3rd inning that snuck out right over the right field wall over the head of Elijah Ramsey. And now he finds himself down 0-2 against Alex Johnson, who came on in relief of Scotty Wyatt. Got 1/3 of an inning under his belt and just 3 pitches. And the one batter he faced, that was Perez. Bulldogs warming up a couple more guys, as well as the Dragons. They got 2 on the mound in the Dragon bullpen, 1 in left field for the Bulldogs. And off-speed slips right outside, and a good take there by Kirkland to avoid strike 3. Huffstedler at second base, shifting over towards first. Johnson now from the full windup. Here's his delivery. It's going to be strike 3. Umpire rung him up on that one. He goes down looking, and they take it around the horn. We go Cottrell to Sisk. Barrett, Huffstedler back to Sisk, and into the glove of Johnson. He painted the outside corner beautifully on that one. Nothing Kirkland could really argue about. It was right on the outside of the zone, and Garcia will now be up to the plate. That's way out of the control. He pulled down his bat. If it would have hit, it would have been a foul ball. Garcia flew out in a pop fly into foul territory in the first inning. He grounded out to third in the third inning, reached on an error in the fifth, and was left stranded at second base as he takes that for a called strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here to the right fielder for the Dragons. The light now entirely provided by the artificial lights here at Fesmeyer Field. The sun is set, the sky having a beautiful sunset on the third base left field side. And the full windup by Johnson is going to be hit out on the right side. Running over is going to be Grant Ross, the first baseman. We'll see if he has another one in the territory, and he does. He catches it right in front of the tarp. It's all rolled up, put away today, just like Grant Ross did to Garcia.
Number 11, Dakota Danner.
Garcia is now flying out on a pop fly in foul territory for the second time today, and Dakota Danner will have his chance at the plate, and the Bulldogs have their opportunity for the first time today to see if they can get out of an inning 1, 2, 3. Unable to do it in any inning yet. Touchette has done it multiple times for the Bulldogs. First 3 innings especially. We'll see if the Bulldogs are able to muster something up on offense here late in this one. Johnson now with an opportunity against Danner to work out of a clean inning. That's away and outside. Danner walked in the first inning, was left stranded at first before grounding out to shortstop in the third. He struck out swinging in the fifth. And we'll see if Johnson can get him to do the same right here. It's a little dribbler down to first base. Grant Ross is going to take it. He'll hand it into the glove himself of Johnson. He makes the package delivery real easy. Puts it in the mailbox, rung it up, put the flag up, and the Bulldogs are out 1, 2, 3 for the first time in this game. A great outing there by Alec Johnson as he records an inning under his belt. To the bottom of the 7th we go. It's time to stretch here at Fesmeyer Field in Jackson. We'll be right back with you. Sing the song and blow the carol. Here we go. We'll be right back with you.
The award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 750,000 views in 2023. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join over 4,500 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union University, Bethel, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, Sacred Heart, and Peabody. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. The premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Now batting number 10, Noah Toney.
Noah Toney will lead things off here in the bottom of the 7th as the Bulldogs look to have at least a 3-run comeback here late in the game. They've done it multiple times. If they can come back by 9, they can come back by 3. For the first time in this game, Lane College is going to turn it over to their bullpen. That's going to be it for Thomas Touchette. He went 6 innings, throwing 78 pitches, 5 hits, striking out 5, issuing no walks, no hit by pitch, and 21 batters faced. That turns it over to Dominic Mercado. He's been really good so far this season. He struggled a little bit more as of late, but not really a struggle. He's got a 3.6 ERA. He's got 2 wins, no losses under his belt in the 6 appearances he has had coming out of the bullpen. He's done a combined 10 innings, and that's going to be right in the glove of the second baseman, Adam, who makes a wonderful diving play to protect a single from Toney. So that will be a 4-3 ground out, and Toney is quickly retired on only 2 pitches.
Number 15, Grant Ross.
Dominic Mercado, so far this season, has struck out 8 batters. He's given up 5 runs, 9 hits, walked 2, given up 1 home run, 1 triple, 2 doubles, and faced 44 batters. 4 times ago, he faced Union here in Jackson, and it looks like that almost gets a piece of Grant Ross as it goes behind him. Sliding is Shannon, the catcher. But against Union on February 6th here at Fesmeyer Field, Mercado threw 2 innings of work, gave up 2 hits, 1 run, struck out 2 batters. He also hit 1 with a pitch in that Union victory. It gets right under the glove of Danner. It's going to go out towards right field. Grant Ross will be aboard with a single, and diving is the first baseman with nothing to have of it. Let's see if the Bulldogs can start to string something together here as they turn it over to Billy Beckham.
Number 20, Billy Beckham.
Double B up to the plate here. Billy Beckham is playing in left field, has an opportunity for the Bulldogs here to get a rally going. Got 1 out. Tony almost was on with a single, but an impressive play by Adam prevented that. And now they've got a runner on in Grant Ross. He takes a big lead there as Billy Beckham will have an opportunity against this Dragon bullpen. Bulldogs' whole strategy there, work up the pitch count there of Thomas Touchette. He had a beautiful game, a gem so far. He went 6 scoreless innings, A really good outing. He will be the pitcher of record if the Dragons are able to enter the win column today. And the Bulldogs still putting Old Faithful here with their starting lineup in this one. We got a couple guys warming up for the Bulldogs out and left. And Lane really hoping that Mercado is able to go a couple innings. He's gone 3 innings on February 17th earlier this weekend against Benedict. Through 4 innings in the series. They're hoping he can just finish this one out here today. So Mercado looking for something on the ground. Beckham just looking for a hit any way he can get it. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. It's going to be right through his bat. A beautiful pitch buried by Mercado. Beckham unable to make anything of that other than strike 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. See if Beckham's able to move over Grant, and it's going to be hit down the third base line. It's going to be an unbelievable grab there by the third baseman, Kucera. He makes a throw and a long out and a very impressive defensive play there by the third baseman. He made a diving grab there at third base and a really close play over at first on a perfect throw. Shows the leather of Kucera. Sure flashed the leather on that one. Made a wonderful dive there. And a beautiful dime of a throw. And that was a really, really good play there by the Dragon third baseman. So Ross moves over to sacrifice. Move him over play by Billy Beckham. And now we've got Caden Cottrell up to the plate. Let's see if he can do what he did last time with a big triple off the wall that he had in the 5th inning. He kicked on the wheels, put the foot on the gas, and made it all the way to third. Stretched out a double into a third. Triple. Grounded out to third base in the 3rd inning. And from the stretch, here is Mercado. He's going to look back, fake a throw back to Adam. Comes up with nothing. So Mercado now look in, check his runner back there. That's going to be Grant Ross at second. And Caden Cottrell, the catcher. Here's the pitch to him. It's going to be just outside the zone. A good frame attempt there by Shannon, the catcher. Unable to convince the jury of 1. That's the judge and executioner behind the plate. Home plate umpire does not go today. So 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs here to Caden Cottrell. He's got a runner out there on second, an opportunity to bring this game within 1 run. And he's going to put that one out towards right field. Garcia's going to be going back towards the track. It's going to be down. We'll see. It's going to be out of the ballpark. A 2-run home run here for Caden Cottrell. A wonderful offensive game that he has had. It sneaks right past Garcia. We knew it was going to be at least a double or a hit. And just as we said before the pitch was delivered, it is a 1-run ball game. That's going to be Caden Cottrell with a monstrous 2-run home run. It plates Grant Ross from second base. And the Bulldogs have life here. That is 2 quick runs given up by Mercado. His second home run given up so far on the season. And here we are in the bottom of the 7th inning with a monstrous home run by Caden Cottrell.
Now batting number 31, Joseph Huffstedler.
So with 2 outs, Caden Cottrell delivers the long ball, and now Joseph Huffstedler come up to the plate, and it only takes 1 pitch to hit him and make his way over to first. The free first bat given in the entire game by Lane College. So 2 pitches ago, we were down by 3, and now we've got the winning run coming up to the plate. Eli Snelson will be subbing into the game for Joseph Huffstedler. He'll be the pinch runner over at first. We expect him to possibly play second base, unless Alec Hardy or Will Allen Smith will take over. See if they just use Eli for his speed. But he does represent the tying run over there at first base, and Mercado hopefully blowing this game. That's going to go through the legs there of Shannon. Making his way over to second base will be Eli Snelson. And a runner there at second for Dylan Barrett. Barrett's had a good game so far. Flew out to right field on an impressive grab by Garcia in the 3rd inning. He singled and was left stranded at third base in the 6th inning. Mercado takes it home. Barrett in there, called strike 1. So Adam, the second baseman, will be holding Eli Snelson for a possible pickoff attempt. He's going to drop back into his position. Here's the throw to Barrett way outside. And that long ball there by Caden Cottrell. That's the big money play of the game. And a wonderful at-bat. An opposite field home run. Don't get to see those too often. But that showed the power of the pop there by Caden Cottrell. He had a triple already in this game. The home run there. And those were his first hits of the season. He had gone 0-3 entering the game today. And he turned that around. He struck out all 3 times before the game today, and he's got a triple and a home run. Changed the narrative of that one. So after a brief moment at the mound here, coach is going to come kick some dirt around. Just a meeting between Mercado, Shannon, and their head coach. So as he slowly makes his way back to the first base dugout, quite a few guys will go out there towards right field. All of the relief pitching staff for Lane College as the dugout clears out a little bit. Bulldogs carrying about 8 or 9 more guys on their roster than Lane is in this one. And 2 balls, 1 strike here against Dylan Barrett. He's going to watch that for a called strike 2. A good moving off-speed pitch there by Mercado. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Eli Snelson, the runner out at second, represents the tying run in this game. Bulldogs only down by 1. It's a 3-2 ball game. Bulldogs have scored 2 runs on 7 hits, 2 errors. And here's a delivery from Mercado. It's going to be hit right up the middle. Making a diving play is the second baseman, Adam, and a wonderful grab. He flew as if he was Superman. He dove out and caught it out of the air line drive. He protected the game and the 1-run cushion that the Dragons currently hold. It's 3-2 Lane College here in Jackson, but hopefully not for much longer as the Bulldogs get back into this game with a huge 2-run shot by Caden Cottrell. To the top of the 8th inning we go here in Jackson.
Your life, your home,
Your business. Your future.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Seth Shannon leading off the top of the 8th inning against the Bulldog relief pitcher Jake Jewell. That's going to do it for Alex Johnson. He only threw 15 pitches, went an inning and a third. He was flawless. 1 strikeout, and the 4 batters that he faced had the first 1, 2, 3 inning for the Bulldogs in this game. They turn it over to Jake Jewell after a few defensive substitutions. Will Allen Smith will be entering the game for Joseph Huffstedler at second base, and Eli Snelson will now be taking over in center field for Matthew Autry after entering the game as a pinch runner. The first 3 pitches out of the hand of Jake Jewell are all outside of the zone. He's got a 27 ERA so far this season. He's only played in 1 game. That was February 13th against Henderson State. He threw 2/3 of an inning, gave up 1 hit, 2 runs, 1 walk, a triple. That was a loss for the Bulldogs in that game. Throw his first one in there for a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. Got some action in both bullpens. We'll see if the Bulldogs will turn it over to a 5th pitcher possibly. And we'll see if they bring in anyone else from Mercado. 1 pitch out there towards left field. A good play there by Billy Beckham on a line drive out by Shannon. And 1 out is recorded here in the top of the 8th inning. Kucera, now the batter at the plate, flew out to left field in the 2nd inning. He hit into a 6-4-3 double play in the 4th and singled and came around to score on that single by Adam in the 6th. Game moving quickly. We just hit the 2-hour mark and we're already in the 8th inning here. Jackson, Tennessee, the sun is set, mostly darkness around. It's a beautiful night for some baseball, the cool breeze, a lot of the fans sticking around. It's remained pretty even. Some fans left and we gained some more. All balanced out. Good crowd on hand here for this Tuesday night special. 2 Jackson teams, the Hub City Classic. They've played here already once this season. Bulldogs won that game 7-4. Lane College up 3-2 here, but the Bulldogs not out of it yet. Caden Cottrell put him right back into this one. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here from Jake Jewell to Razis. And that is a big swing and a little foul ball there. Had Cottrell been able to haul that in, it would have been strike 3. But he stays alive at the plate. Kucera getting just a piece of it, knocking it down into the dirt. Basically no wind here. In center field, at least. There's a subtle breeze, but it's created by the windows here in the press box. And that's going to be inside and up. Ball 2. Temperature now at 56 degrees. Within the next hour, it's supposed to go down by 4 and another 4 by 8 o'clock. A rapidly declining cool breeze of Jackson, Tennessee. That's going to be hit to Will Allen Smith right under his glove at second base out towards right field. Elijah Ramsey will have to haul that one in, and Kucera is on with a single.
Now batting number 44, Daniel Terrazas.
To the plate is Daniel Terrazas, the designated hitter for Lane College. He grounded out to third base in the 2nd inning. He singled and came around to score in the 4th inning. Flew out to center field in the 6th. He's got a runner on over there in Kucera. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out here. Jake Jewell just looking to close the door. Have a good clean relief outing. A good off speed in there for strike 2. Strike 1, excuse me. One ball, one strike, one out. Jewell from the stretch. Buries it low. Good dig by Cottrell to prevent a wild pitch. If you're the Bulldogs, you got to keep this game within one. You're close to striking, taking the lead for the first time today. Lane put up 1 run in the top of the 3rd inning, 1 run in the top of the 5th inning, and Bulldogs scored 2 in the bottom of the 7th inning. The count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes here against Terrazas. Here's a delivery from Jewell. It's going to be in there for a called strike 3. Down on strikes goes the Dragon-designated hitter as he heads back to the dugout. 2 outs. Here recorded by Jake
Now
Jewell.
batting number 5, Zach Baker.
We've almost seen more looking strikeouts today than swinging in this game. Home plate umpire, the pitcher's friend, mostly in this game. And that's going to be hit to the third baseman, Mitch Sisk. He's going to take it across the board, and it's going to be a 5-3 put out there by the Bulldog third baseman to put down Baker. To the bottom of the 8th inning we go. Bulldogs only within 1. They can do it right here. We'll be right back with you for some more Bulldog baseball here at Fesmeyer Field.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
You trade in your car. You trade in your house. So why not get some equity back from your old HVAC system? McCoy's Heating and Air will now give you up to $2,000 trade-in for your old unit. Plus a free 10-year parts and labor warranty with the purchase of a qualifying York system. That's right. Trade in your old unit and get up to $2,000. Plus a free 10-year parts and labor warranty. For a limited time, only from McCoy's Heating and Air.
Here we are in the bottom of the 8th inning. Will Allen Smith is going to get into the game for Matthew Autry. Interesting decision here, and a great play for Coach Casey based on this weekend's statistics. Will Allen Smith was tearing it up at the plate earlier this week against West Alabama. He scored 2 runs in the final conclusive rubber match game. He had a triple and a walk. Came around to score twice in that one in the leadoff spot. Has had a really good season at the plate, a good eye already this year. We have a defensive substitution. Ty Bennyfield will be playing in right instead of Garcia. We saw him in the February 6th game start for Lane College. That's going to be out and away, and 3 quick balls here against Will Allen Smith as Dominic Mercado stays in the game. So far in this one, he threw 1 inning, gave up 17 pitches, 2 hits, 2 runs. Both of those, of course, coming on the home run by Caden Cottrell. The 4th pitch is in there for a called strike. Got Smith, Ramsey, Sisk due up. It's the heart of the order for the Bulldogs, that they have really been able to get things going in recent games. And Will Allen Smith will take that in there for a called strike. Really close in on the hands. Difficult call there to make the count go full. Almost ball 4. So Smith has got to protect, stay at anything close. Mercado calls off his catcher. Didn't like the first pitch that he gave him. We'll see if he likes the second one. Here it is. It's going to be hit right in towards the shortstop. Off of the glove of Perez. It's going to dribble out towards left field, and Will Allen Smith is on early here. It's probably going to be a single either way. And it might be Perez getting up very slowly there at shortstop. He's grabbing his left shoulder. Cusera's going to go over and check on him, make sure that he is okay. Will Allen Smith is aboard once again with Elijah Ramsey coming up to the plate. So they're going to make sure Perez is okay at shortstop. He checks his glove, throws a little bit of dirt on it. Kucera says, "You're good, man, you're good." And he heads back out to shortstop with Elijah Ramsey. Up to the plate, he shows bunt. He's going to drop it, and it's going to land. It's going to catch Kucera off balance. No one is going to be able to get... Oh, they are going to get him at second base. And Will Allen Smith took off running late, thinking that the ball might be caught in the air in a really tough bunt there by Elijah Ramsey. He popped it up more than dropped it down, and he dropped that down. Both guys are going to get on. But unfortunately, in that opportunity, it's going to be a fielder's choice for Ramsey to get on first. Some tough play there. Kucera came charging in and absolutely biffed it over there in the infield grass in front of third base.
Number 11, Colby Davis.
They're going to pull Mitch Sisk out of the game. Response for Colby Davis in this close game here. Well, actually, excuse me. Mitch Sisk will be playing. Colby Davis will be pulling Elijah Ramsey out of the game. So Sisk will continue with his at-bat. Ramsey exits the game. Colby Davis now taking a big lead over that first. Mitch Sisk launches that one out towards right field. Benny Fields heading back to the track. He goes to his left. He goes to his right. And he hauls it in to retire Sisk, who gives a big clap over there at first base, thinking that he might have had a long ball possibility. So Sisk flies out to right field. Noah Toney.
Now batting number 10, Noah Toney.
So Noah Toney now gets the opportunity with one runner on. It's Colby Davis over at first. We'll see where he ends up playing. Probably out in right field, if I had to guess. Maybe left field. They might do a full defensive shift, and that's going to get away from the catcher. And going around second will be Colby Davis. He's going to make his way over to third base. Here's the throw. Not going to be there in time. It's going to go through the legs of the third baseman, Kucera, and Colby Davis goes first to third. The pinch runner on a wild pitch. And typically it's only one bag, but today they stole another one. So now the Bulldogs have taken the hit lead. They've got 8 hits in the game compared to Lane Dragons 7 in this one. And now a real opportunity here for Noah Toney with a runner only 90 feet away. He is the tying run in the game. Toney, the go-ahead run at the plate. Toney so far in this game unable to reach. He flew out to right field in the second inning, struck out swinging in the fourth, and a big swing and a miss there by the Bulldog designated hitter. Grounded out in the 7th inning to the second baseman. The Bulldogs with 4 outs left in this game are really hoping to turn it over to a closer here in the top of the 9th if they're able to take the lead here in the 8th. Toney, big swing and a miss. It's not going to happen. To the bottom of the 9th will have to go. The Bulldogs will have to walk it off if they want the win. We've seen them do it twice at home already. Can they do it a third? To the top of the 9th inning we go. Bulldogs down 2-3. Here comes the closer.
The award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 750,000 views in 2023. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join over 4,500 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union University, Bethel, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, Sacred Heart, and Peabody. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow-motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. The premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
We go to the top of the 9th inning. The Bulldogs will turn it over to Ethan Orwig. He struggled as of late, but had a really good appearance against West Alabama. The first one's going to be down. There's going to be no one there to get it at first base. And on with a successful bunt will be Desmond Adam. So he gets on easy peasy over there at first base. Grant Ross unable to get over there in time. So far this season, Ethan Orwig has a 10.80 ERA. He's got 1 win in 5 appearances. He's gone 3 1/3 innings, giving up 5 runs on 4 hits and a lot of extra base hits surrendered so far this season. But he had a great outing against West Alabama earlier here on Sunday. So here's a delivery. It's going to be showed bunt. Faking a throw over there as Caden Cottrell. Mitch Sisk was all the way in. We have a little bit of a defensive switch up out there in the outfield. Eli Snelson now moving from center to left field. Colby Davis entering the game. He'll take over at center field. And Billy Beckham going from left field all the way over to right field. So Ethan Orwig from the stretch. We've got Desmond Adam over at first base. Mitch Sisk charging in, fully anticipating a bunt. They're going to fake a bunt, and Ethan Orwig is going to have a pickoff attempt over at first base. So Ethan Orwig has an opportunity to become the pitcher of record here, but he's got to lock it down. The Bulldogs are warming up, and that's going to be popped up. A bunt failed attempt. Grant Ross able to catch it, and a miscue there by Palito Perez. Will be a fly out to the first baseman. So now up to the plate will be Cody Kirkland, the left fielder. He'll get his chance at Ethan Orwig. He hit a sacrifice bunt in the first, but he hit the long home run that currently would be giving him the win. Grant Ross thought that he had that pickup attempt. A really good play over there against Desmond Adam. They're not going to give it to him, so we'll see if we see a possible bunt attempt here by Kirkland. He struck out looking. Last plate appearance in the 7th. He's on for the 5th time today. We'll see if he's able to do anything with it here. So Orwig going to have another pickup attempt there to Grant Ross. A real close game here. They're looking to get something on the ground, if at all possible. Orwig from the stretch looks over, checks at him, and he's going to go home with it. It's going to be a swing and a miss. There's going to be a play at second base. He's going to have a throw out, and a great throw there by Caden Cottrell, caught by Dylan Barrett. An unbelievable throw down there will eliminate Adam from the base path. He was caught stealing. A great pitch by Ethan Orwig right down the middle of the plate. A perfect delivery by Caden Cottrell, and a bullet right to lead the runner into second base. He gone, and now we'll see if we can do it at the plate as well against Kirkland. That's going to be outside. Feels like there's been a lot more pitches thrown in this at-bat, but they've been so many pickoffs. It worked eventually. Don't try to steal on Caden Cottrell. That's the message of the lesson here in the top of the 9th inning. And here's the 1-1 count. It's going to be put into play. It's going to be Dylan Barrett, the shortstop. Takes on a two-hopper over to first base, and he get it. It's going to be a 6-3 ground out there by Kirkland. And the Bulldogs have Grant Ross, Billy Beckham, and Caden Cottrell due up here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Can they walk it off? They're only down by 1. We've seen them score 6 in the bottom before. We'll see if they can do it here again today. Bulldogs baseball.
Are you looking for a Christian college or are starting the college search process? I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
bottom of the ninth inning will be led off by Grant Ross, the first baseman for the Bulldogs. They're going to leave in Dominic Mercado, and that's going to be a first pitch out towards left field. Kirkland's going to be running over. He's full on sprinting, and it's going to land in fair territory. Grant Ross is going to be in with a leadoff double, and a skyscraper of a hit will land right next to the foul line, and charging over was Kirkland. He runs out of room, and Grant Ross is aboard with a double to kick things off here in the bottom of the ninth inning. We see some worry over here in the face of the Lane Dragons, and it's going to be a substitution. Looks like Tanner Parmalee is going to be taken over for Grant Ross. He's going to be the pinch runner. We'll see if Tanner Parmalee will be the tying runner, as it is going to look like Carson Chavies will now get his first plate appearance of the game, and the Bulldogs say, hey, we're done messing around. We're ready to walk this off. We're ready to go home with a win tonight. So Carson Chavies will now be entering the game. He's going to take over for Billy Beckham out there in right field if we have to go to extras. But Carson Chavies has been truly a force to reckon with so far this season. Offensively, he's led the Bulldogs in hits. He's led them in RBIs at time, and that's going to be hit over the third base dugout. So Tanner Parmalee, pinch runner out there at second base. Carson Chavies, so far this season, is hitting .400 in the 11 games he's played. He's got 7 RBIs, 16 hits. He's scored 10 times. He thought that he was going to have the day off here against the Lane Dragons, but the game was just too close, and they said, Carson, it's time for you to go in. So he comes in here as a pinch hitter in the bottom of the ninth inning. So due up on deck, got Caden Cottrell, who's already hit the long ball over the right field wall earlier in this game, and the Bulldogs with no outs have the tying run in scoring position out there at second base. Faking the pickoff is Perez, and a big swing and a miss there by Carson Chavies will put him down in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So now shifting over is going to be the second baseman, Adam. Of course, we have the defensive substitution of Benny Field entering the game in right in place of Garcia. We'll see if Chavies is able to put something out there. Here's the pitch. Way outside, ball 2. Chavies holds off, and good plate discipline there by Carson Chavies. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Carson Chavies at the plate. Mercado from the stretch takes a moment, bounces up and down, and here's the pitch. Outside, ball 3. The count will go full, and we'll see how they deal with this. Mercado has an interesting situation. He's already come into the game. He threw 26 pitches in the 2 innings he went. He gave up 4 hits, 2 runs on the 2-run blast by Caden Cottrell. And now he's got to face Chavies with a full count. It's going to be inside on the hands. It's going to be a walk. The Bulldogs have the winning run on first base here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Can they do it again? Got to avoid something on the ground. And not the man that you want up. It's Caden Cottrell.
Now batting number 28, Caden Cottrell.
Chavies on first. Grant Ross is now substituted by Tanner Parmalee out there on second. Caden Cottrell at the plate. He's already has 1 home run in this game. That came in the 7th inning, a 2-run shot. He has the triple in the 5th inning, and he's going to show bunt. He is not going to be able to lay down the bunt, and a big moment here by the Bulldog backup catcher. Got the start today and has had a phenomenal game. He's picked off a runner on the base path. He's caught a guy stealing. He's had a triple, he's had a home run, and he's the team player that wants to lay down the bunt here in the bottom of the ninth to move the runners over. McCabe, the first baseman, ready and prepared for it, and it's not going to land again. They're going to say that is strike 2. So Caden Cottrell is going to be swinging, probably the most fearful you should be if you're the Lane Dragons with him swinging after all he's done today. But a bunt is not going to be here, what Caden Cottrell has in his satchel. So he's going to wind up the double windmill. He's going to be swinging. Here is the pitch from Mercado. 1 runner's going to be going. There's going to be a play over at third base. It's going to sail over, and they're going to hold Tanner Parmalee at third base. Almost sent him home, and both Bulldogs will now be moving into scoring position. The winning run at second base. Still no outs here in the bottom of the ninth, and as they always say, If you're able to get the lead runner on in the bottom of the ninth, there's a good chance you're going to walk it off. Tanner Parmalee now over at third base. We have Carson Chavies now at second base, and Caden Cottrell with a 1-ball, 2-strike count after the wild pitch. A really good jump there by Tanner Parmalee, getting ahead of that. He committed to stealing, and it's going to be way outside. Caden Cottrell holds back on that, 2-ball, 2-strike count with no outs. Parmalee, tying run, 90 feet away. It just feels like it's already going to happen. Bulldogs unable to have a double play against them now, with the runners moved over. And a swing and a miss by Cottrell is exactly what Mercado needed to get out of that tough situation. So Caden Cottrell will head back to the dugout on the swing and a miss. Had a great game so far, and it's going to bring up Eli Snelson with an opportunity here to tie the game or even more damage. He came on as a pinch runner, he went out to center field, moved over to left field, and now he has his first plate appearance of the game here for the Bulldogs. And the first one's going to be right up the middle. It's going to go out towards center field. Baker's going to have it. Tanner Parmalee is coming in to score. He's already scored. There's a bobble by the center fielder, and the Bulldogs walk it off. And an Eli Snelson single coming from second to home is Carson Chavies, and here the Bulldogs win it 4-3 in Jackson. They take both games against Lane College. Eli Snelson is the hero. He finds the single right up the middle of the gap over the mound. Carson Chavies comes home to score the winning run here in the bottom of the ninth. That loss, it's going to go to Mercado. He gave up all 4 runs after a beautiful gem by Thomas Touchette. He threw 78 pitches, 6 innings, and it was all burned to the ground by Dominic Mercado. He came in, he gave up the 4 runs. Eli Snelson walks it off. The Bulldogs now 2 games above 500 for the first time this season. They're back in the win column today, and the win will go to Ethan Orwig. He's got his second win of the season. Came in, got the game against Lane College earlier on February 6th, and another one here today. The coaches will come together. They'll have a conversation, and the game is over. Eli Snelson walked it off. We only needed 1 out, 1 play, and that is exactly how the Bulldogs stay in it. They waited all the way until the 7th inning to put something on the board. It was a Caden Cottrell 2-run home run to put them within 1. Snelson walks it off here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Bulldogs win it 4-3. They scored 4 runs on 10 hits, 2 errors. Lane College scored 3 runs on 8 hits, no errors. We'll be right back with you this weekend for another series here at home. Make sure you tune into that. Don't go anywhere, and make sure that you're going to see that series against Delta State. Right now it's scheduled for 6 p.m. on Friday night, and then we have a doubleheader at 1 and 4 against Delta State here at Union. Well, that's going to do it here in Jackson, Tennessee. Thank you all for joining us. I'm Ethan Voss. Thank you for all of us here at Bulldog Baseball and Worthy Road Studios. Have a great rest of your evening. God bless. Go Bulldogs.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us, a promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.